What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video, we're going to be discussing Litecoin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, as well as Icon to BTC. Today is Sunday, which means tomorrow we will be doing another altcoin for review. But besides that, we'll also be looking at this crazy retracement we're seeing within the cryptocurrency space. Where is the all-time low that we could potentially see? As well as talking about Trump's recent Twitter post about Bitcoin and what that could mean for the market. But besides that, guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and let's jump right into today's episode. So guys, we're on the current coin market cap, and as you can see, we are seeing tons and tons and tons of retracement, tons of drop-offs, tons of pullbacks. You can see Bitcoin dominance is 65.4%, 24-hour volume is 66.9, and then market cap is 291.6 billion. So we're seeing tons of money leave the exchanges. We're seeing tons of money leave the market cap. We were like 310 yesterday, now 290. As we scroll down to the top 10 cryptos, everything is in red. Everything is bearish. Litecoin is down 8%. We see XRP down 4, Ethereum down 10, Bitcoin down 5. Everything is just retracing at an exuberant rate. Everything's down practically double digits. We're seeing a major retracement today, which does have its implications. Now, wow, Icon, ICX, which is what we're reviewing, is up 42% today. That is quite interesting. Let's see as I load ICX if it would like to load. Icon, which is what we've been talking about, is pumping, which is interesting because I just said yesterday that Icon likes to act inversely as the rest of the market does. So when we see the market like Bitcoin and Litecoin pump, Icon retraces, and vice versa. When we see those cryptocurrencies retrace, we see coins like Icon, explode to the upside. So very interesting. We're going to be checking out ICX. Again, not sure why this is loading, but I'll have it loaded up later on. But for the most part, I do just want to jump on over to this crazy tweet that Donald Trump made, which is quite interesting. So on 7-Eleven, free Slurpee day at 7-Eleven, Donald Trump tweeted, "I'm not a fan of Bitcoin and other cryptocurrencies which are not money, and whose value is highly volatile based on thin air. Unregulated crypto assets can facilitate unlawful behavior, including drug trade and other illegal activities." So, I mean, this is definitely a very interesting, tweet that can go. It's very controversial, and I'd love to hear what you guys have to say. But to say that it facilitates unlawful behavior like drug trade and other illegal activities, I kind of am against, in many cases, because we have many drugs, for example, that are prescription-based that facilitate other illegal activity. Drugs used in, steroids is a big one. There are other drugs. Sudafed is a big one. Sudafed is used directly to make methamphetamine, which, it's pretty crazy, but the main reason we have Sudafed is for like cough or cold medicine, but it can facilitate, negligent usage. So very interesting. Not sure why he just went on a rant. This does do a couple of things to the market. Obviously, Donald Trump, who is huge, has tons of influence. So it does make people aware of Bitcoin. But at the same time, it also makes people against Bitcoin because here he is bashing the coin. Now, this was tweeted 3 days ago, and we did start to see, retracement around that same time. So does it have a direct effect? I don't know, but it does have an indirect effect, and I'm sure it did influence the market in one way or another. So very interesting. Let me know what you guys think about this. It is highly volatile, but so are stocks. Stocks are very volatile too, and to say it's based on thin air is kind of crazy. I don't know why he's trying to stir the pot, because as we all know, there's a lot more into blockchain technology than he means by it, especially since there are tons of different companies. Facebook is using it, all Cash App, all these other companies are starting to use blockchain to help. Even Chase Bank is using blockchain to help better their business. So very interesting, bold, very controversial statement made by Donald Trump. Not sure how I feel about that. Oh, there we go. ICX is loading in. Wow, so we're going to talk about this later, but this little jump right here is 40%. Crazy. So moving on to Litecoin, we are definitely seeing a bearish move. Definitely starting to see pullback. Were we expecting to go this low? Probably not, but here's a couple of things that I would like to talk about. So I did say in yesterday's video that we could go as low as this red high-low middle moving average. I wasn't anticipating us to break lower. Now understand this is, a very early video that I made. I'm up at 8:45 a.m. to make this video, and we do know that there is a possible retracement back upwards. It doesn't mean, the fact that we're hitting oversold right now on Litecoin's daily is a good indicator that this is probably the bottom. So we could easily see some pullback, and we can see the candle close above our high-low middle moving average. We don't have to stay this low. So I am anticipating pullback. I am anticipating movement back to the upside before we then swing even higher, maybe trade in between our, sideways channel. That's really what I'm looking for because I don't think this is going to be permanent. I'd be very, very, very surprised if we decide to tumble lower and fall to higher levels. Now, I do want to look at the other coins, and then we'll, talk about Litecoin more after. It looks to me like there's a good chance that crypto, Bitcoin, Ethereum, the big blue chips could have broken bearish out of its ascending triangle. And once again, I've said this in the past and I'll say it again, I am one to believe that ascending triangles tend to break bearish. And I know I've had controversial comments on that no, they break bullish. Well, we're waiting for that right now. But the fact is that we are now pulling below here is a pretty big indication we could have broken bearish. But if you notice in the past, we've traded this low before. So we could easily see retracement candlestick and then a pull right back up to the upside. So it is very easy and very safe to say that this could reverse today and then head back into this ascending triangle where we could be proven wrong and we could head up higher. But there's a lot riding on Bitcoin to say that there's chance, for its rock bottom low, for it to pull back down to here. This is very potential, and it's very obvious that we could. That's why we use dollar cost averaging to buy in at these levels and slowly lower our break-even point as we invest smaller increments or bigger increments over time as we extend downwards. But it's definitely a very intricate market. I wonder if Trump had anything to do with the pullback. You can see Ethereum is now pulling back down lower, breaking through two levels of support now at its high-low middle moving average, where I'd like to call it the bottom. And I do think we may start to see consolidation back up. But then again, Bitcoin's got plenty of room to dump. It'd be much easier and safer to say if this was much closer, then we're probably in for a good time. But the fact that we're so much farther apart than all the other cryptos, if Bitcoin decides to head down even further, these coins are definitely going to break its high-low MMA, which is kind of not good. What we're really looking for right now is a test off this bottom, the bottom RSI, the oversold line, as well as this high-low middle moving average. If this holds true, which it should give us some support because we haven't been there in a long time, we could potentially start to trade back up and move up to higher levels. So that's really what I'm expecting for Ethereum. Now, lastly, Icon. Icon is breaking up 40% on the day, which is wild. I'm actually quite surprised that for a coin like this, to see that little movement is 40%. That to me is wild. I'm going to zoom in just so we get this look. So this is Icon to Bitcoin, and obviously this is to the US dollar, so maybe if we search USD it'll be different, because when we looked on TradingView we were looking at the no, there's really not much difference in that either. So I'm going to go back to the BTC chart, to BTC. Here we go. Alright, so for the most part there's really not a big jump in play, so it's really nothing to be too worried about, or I don't know why you'd be worried, but I could only imagine if we did break bullish and retest the top of this downtrend, because that immediately would be like a 150% move. But this is what happens in coins like this, is when we start to see coins retrace to lower levels, it indicates other coins will act inversely. Litecoin's down, Bitcoin's down, Ethereum's down. Icon is the only coin that's pumping to the upside. So when we see that, it's a good indication that they act inversely. And Icon's trading at 39. So scrolling up, you can see that all these coins are all down. And then we can find coins that act inversely, which is Icon, breaking us to the upside. So what you can do, and here's another option for traders, is when you see coins that are trading or your portfolio starting to go downwards, you can leverage that by transferring your coins and trading it into other altcoins, which inevitably can pump higher as the coin dips, and then you can make money and throw it right back into the, the bigger blue chip cryptocurrencies as the market then starts to settle back up. So very interesting move, very small move. I still think we're on a path with Icon to just trade out sideways once again, retesting our high-low middle moving average. And you can see that for the most part, these coins are breaking bearish. You can see that if Bitcoin is breaking bearish, Ethereum has broke bearish, and Litecoin has broken bearish. So I think the bottoms are in right now. We'll have to watch out. We'll have to see. I think this is the bottom. You know, what caused this the bear run? You know, who knows? Do you think it has to do with Trump? Do you have any other information for me? Definitely let me know in the comments down below. Otherwise, if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.